Good morning. I am Sridhar, Assistant Professor, Government First Aid College, Kolar. Today, I am going to discuss session 2, that is moment of inertia. So in session 2, today we are going to discuss definition of moment of inertia and factors on which moment of inertia depends, again radius of gyration, again kinetic energy of rotation. Here, moment of inertia. Here we will consider one body on the table. The body does not itself change its position, or when a ball is moving along a straight line, the body or the ball itself cannot change its direction. Such one is called as what? Inertia. Here, in case of rotational motion, we will call that as moment of inertia. That means inertia in rotational motion is called moment of inertia. It is measured as the product of mass and square of the distance from the axis of rotation, that is I is equal to mr square. So, which can also be stated as a quantity that measures the opposition of the body to rotate when torque or couple is applied is called as moment of inertia. So when you will apply an external force, that body rotates. Say something which opposes for that rotation, we will call that as what? Moment of inertia. It is denoted by I. It is measured as the product of mass and square of the distance. So you will consider a rigid body. This is a rigid body. This rigid body consists of so many particles of masses m1, m2, m3, so on to mn, which are at a distance r1, r2, so on to rn from the axis of rotation, that is y dash. Here, consider a rigid body made up of n number of particles of masses m1, m2, m3, so on to mn at a distance r1, r2, r3, so on to rn from the axis of rotation, that is y dash. The moment of inertia of the rigid body about the axis of rotation y dash is given by I is equal to m1 r1 square plus this is the moment of inertia of the particle of mass m1, m2 r2 square, this is the moment of inertia of the particle of mass m2 which is at a distance r2, and so on. Here that is mn or n square. Here mn is the mass of n particle which is at a distance rn from the axis of rotation, which is given by summation I is equal to 1 to n, that is mi or I square. Here the SI unit of moment of inertia, that is measured as kg meter square. Here moment of inertia depends upon axis of rotation, shape of the body, size of the body, distribution of mass about the axis of rotation. Here once again the moment of inertia depends upon what? Axis of rotation. Again shape of the body, size of the body, distribution of mass about the axis of rotation. Next is radius of gyration, which is denoted by k. So before going to radius of gyration, we will discuss what is meant by center of mass. Center of mass is the point in a body. The entire mass of the body is assumed to be concentrate at that point. That point or that position is called as what? Center of mass. We will call that as center of mass. See, the perpendicular distance between center of mass of a rigid body and the axis of rotation, we will call that as radius of gyration. Once again, say this is the axis of rotation, that is y dash. Here m is the point, that is p is the point where the entire mass of the body is assumed to be concentrate. That point is called as what? Center of mass. Here this is the perpendicular distance between the axis of rotation and the point where the entire mass of the body is assumed to be concentrate, that is p. That distance we will call that as what? K, that is radius of gyration. So consider a rigid body consisting of n particles each of mass m at the perpendicular distances r1, r2, r3, so on to rn from the axis of rotation. Moment of inertia is given by is equal to m into r1 square plus r2 square plus r3 square so on to rn square. So you divide and multiply by n. Here m into n. M is the mass of each particle. How many number of particles? N number of particles, which gives the total mass of the body. We will call that as capital M. Again, remaining is r1 square plus r2 square, so on to rn square divided by n. We will take the root of that one, that gives k. That k is nothing but what? Radius of gyration, that is I is equal to mk square. Therefore, this radius of gyration k is defined as root mean square distances. See, root, that is square root of mean square distance, square of the mean square of the distances of the particles from the axis of rotation is called as what? Radius of gyration. That is root mean square distances of particles from the axis of rotation. We will call that as radius of gyration, denoted by k. The SI unit is meter. Again, kinetic energy of rotation. Here, kinetic energy of the particle is given by k is equal to half mv square, but this is a linear kinetic energy. But in case of kinetic rotation, kinetic energy of rotation is given by half I omega square. So this is a rigid body. This rigid body is assumed to be made up of so many particles, m1, m2, m3, so on to mn, which are at a distance r1, r2, r3, so on to rn from the axis of rotation, that is AP. So consider a rigid body rotating about an axis, that is AB, as shown in the figure. Let angular speed is omega. Angular velocity is given by omega. The ith particle is going in a circle of radius Ri. That means we will consider one particle ith particle which is at a distance, going in a circle of radius Ri. Here with a linear speed Vi is equal to Ri omega. So this is the relation between linear velocity and angular velocity we have already derived. Vi is equal to Ri omega. See, this is the linear velocity of ith particle. The kinetic energy of ith particle is given by kinetic energy of ith particle is of mi vi square. But vi is equal to what? Ri omega. That is vi square is equal to Ri square omega square. We will take mi Ri square. This mi Ri square is nothing but what? Moment of inertia of ith particle. Therefore, kinetic energy of rotation is given by half I omega square. Thank you.